G'day all you music lovers and creators. Welcome back to the final video in my 4-part series on how I make and perform beats in Ableton Live 11. Again, the beat that I created in this tutorial is now called Moonfields and has been released as a full track on all streaming platforms. And I say that again and again because I want to share and show the value in creating 1-minute beats and the potential that a 1-minute beat has to evolve into a polished commercial release. And I can't express enough how creating 1-minute beats has helped me to become a better music producer. A lot of my songs that I've released that have gone on to Spotify playlists have started from 1-minute beat ideas. So I highly encourage you, if you want to get better at music production, to practice creating 1-minute beats, whether that's daily, weekly, or monthly. Practice it, and you're going to get so much better at your music production. All right, so just a quick overview on this series. Part 1 was all about how I produce my beats in Ableton. Part 2 was about performance, how I perform my beats in Ableton. Part 3 was about how I arrange and mix my beats in Ableton. And part 4, which is this video, is going to be all about how I edit my beat videos to post on social media. So if you haven't yet checked out part 1 to part 3, go and watch those videos first and then come back and watch this one. Because in this video, I'm going to share my full raw uncut process of how I edit my beat videos, from the editing software that I use to different editing techniques as well that I use to edit 1-minute beat videos. Don't forget, if you are an absolute beginner and you have no experience in music production whatsoever, go and check out my tutorial on how to make a simple beat in Ableton Live 11 and watch that first, and then come back and watch these videos, because everything will make much more sense if you do that. And that tutorial comes with a free Ableton project to download so you can follow the tutorial easily. So I highly recommend to go and check that out first if you are an absolute beginner. All right, well now I'm going to show you my full raw uncut process of how I edit my beats. All right, so here in Ableton, this is what it's sounding like at the moment. Now, during my break, I went through and had a listen on my monitors and tweaked some of the mix a little bit in terms of the gain structure, and also changed one of the sounds, added in a different whistle sample to the end flute. So let's have a listen to it so you can hear what it's sounding like now. There we have it. That's what it's sounding like at the moment. So what I'm thinking of doing is changing some of the sounds in the intro and just creating a little bit more of a kind of, I don't know, just kind of building up the sounds a little bit more, because we're starting out with this kind of really big kind of sound of these synths, and maybe what I'd like to do is kind of drop that out and bring it in at a later time, just to build up the intensity over time. So let's just hear what it sounds like. I'm going to mute some of these. So yeah, maybe I want to start it out like that and bring in those saw synths, future saw synths later on. I think that would work better in terms of just starting it off chill and then kind of building it up to that big kind of sound toward the end. So maybe I'll deactivate that clip there just to kind of break it up a little bit. Like that. I like that better, I think. So we're going to go with that. Even break it down a little bit more. We could potentially start out with just the pads. And if we were to do that, we'd need like a little, maybe actually I won't go to splice. Let's just try and search for like a reverse cymbal. So weird how it does that. I don't like that one. That one is good. Let's use that one. Let's add in some reverb. Ooh. And let's try some delay as well. Just towards the end. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I don't think I like that. I don't mind that. I think I might leave just the pluck chords in the beginning because basically if I were to take that out, I'll be competing with what I'm going to be showing in the edit in terms of the pluck chords and the drums. So I'd rather have them just come in just for the sake of the edit. That way I'm playing these straight out. Then the next 4 bars is me playing the drums. Then we head to the vocal samples and I play that in terms of the edit. And then we bring in these bad boys up here, this synth chord, and then we head out to the end. So let's have a listen to that all the way throughout now. just going to turn the master off for a minute and just check that mix, because I feel like the synths could come up a little bit, but I don't know if that's because of the headphones and I can't really hear them, as well as, you know, I have my beanie on as well. So we're peaking at -706. Okay, so the peak is at -3.57 dB. So let's just see if I can push this just a tiny little bit more. Maybe minus like that. Kind of peaks up there, doesn't it? Let's try it again. A little bit higher. So we might have to sacrifice on another sound to bring up those synths a little bit more. So let's sacrifice on the flute melody. That wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. Can we push them up a little bit more? Okay, so sitting at around -3.21. So I think that's pretty good. Like I said, a mix is never finished, and sometimes you've just got to move on. All right, so I'm going to export that with this arrangement, and then we're going to go over and edit the beat video finally. So let's do this. And we shall call this mixture. Oh, wrong one. Wrong one. Oh, wait. Let's go to Ableton, shall we? Mix 2. Cool. Let's do a file, collect all, and save. And then we're going to shut this down. let's open up my editing software program, which is DaVinci Resolve. Obviously, you can edit your video in any editing software of your choice. So depending on what you want to use will depend on how you use it, because every editing software is slightly different, still has a lot of the same principles and functionality, but obviously each interface is different, and you know where the layout is going to be different. So it's going to be, you know, a bit to get used to in terms of how and where everything is and how you use it. So this is basically a time lapse that I did, BTS time lapse, but we are going to go straight. First of all, I'm going to import my media. So assuming you kind of know how to edit in a software program, I'm not going to be teaching you the editing software program. I'm just showing you my process of how I edit it. So if you don't yet know how to use an editing software program, I recommend to just go onto YouTube and watch a bunch of tutorials on how to edit videos, either Premiere Pro, Final Cut Pro, or DaVinci, whichever is your choice. Could even be iMovie on your laptop as well. So that's perfectly fine. It's a free software. So I'd just recommend to go and watch some tutorials. But for now, I'm going to import my videos in here. So I'm going to create a new bin and call this the beat performance. So I want to go to my hard drive and just drag in my videos. So if we go to here, oh, not that one. Let's go to electronics, shall we? Okay, and then basically it's going to be the Blackmagic, and I believe it is in here. The videos will be in here. Let's have a look. Yes. So let's grab these two and head over to there. So now that I have dragged my files into my session, I'm going to go to my timeline. Actually, let's just check what my clip attributes are so we can get the settings right on the timeline. So we're in 24 frames. Okay, so I'm going to have to create a new timeline because this one I believe is, oh, look at that, 24 frames. Cool. So we're going to edit the video here. So we're going to go and get, well, we'll leave that there. Let's get the audio in here actually. So let's go new bin. This is the final mix. I'll create one for rough mix, even though we don't have a rough mix, but just to be consistent with my filing system on my hard drive. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. We need to go to the project. And let's just copy over this one into the final mix. I know I said, you know, a mix is never finished and blah, blah, blah. But this is just really referring to the final mix that I'm using in this beat video, not that it's the final mix, you know. It just helps me to know what's going on. I know it sounds a little bit hypocritical, doesn't it? Okay, so I've got the beat video in here. As you can see, it is 1 minute is going to be around here. No, it's not going to be there. I always kind of like to put my out because we obviously know that Reels is only a minute. So go in and, you know, put your in and out points so you know where the actual beat video is going to end. So now we are going to get the videos. So let's, well, actually, you can either do this two ways. Usually I just get the video and put it on the timeline. But let's get to the right take. So I know, judging by the waveform here, that this is the actual take here at the end. So I usually do it like this, where I just find the part that I want. So actually the intro is going to be my pluck chords. And let's get DaVinci Resolve coming through, whoops, to the session. So let's go to audio. Output will be external headphones. All right, that should work better now. All right, so we want that because that's going to be the intro. Now remember, this isn't a live performance. We're just demonstrating the different parts that we created for this. So let's see how that's sounding. We're going to turn off the volume of the bottom track. Actually, let's just hear the bottom one. What I like to do is kind of just, instead of starting right on that, let's just, okay. So let's now mute that and unmute that. Oh, I've forgotten. I have some other videos to bring in here. Yes, because we have a second camera. So let's just bring that in there. All right, so with this beat video, I had two different camera angles. Now this could be perhaps a little bit complicated if you're just starting out on your first beat video. I recommend just to get used to doing one camera angle to begin with, because the process of creating a multicam sequence can be a little bit complicated if you're just starting out. But, you know, if you've been doing this a while, then it shouldn't be an issue. But what I'm going to do is attempt to create a multicam sequence with these videos. So these two, if I go select them both and right click, create new multicam clip using selected clips. So this is O2 beat video number 10. And then we want to sync it by the sound. Let's see if the sound works. Otherwise, I'm going to have to add in a marker. Actually, I might do a marker first because, yeah, sometimes it won't get it. So where is the audio? How do I make this bigger? Oh, right. Yeah, it's bigger down here. Input. All right. And what about this one? Oh no, that didn't have the volume on that camera. That sucks. Okay. Oh wait, no, it is there. It is there. Okay. It's playing tricks with my mind. So we want to go along to this point. And that's where we put an endpoint. All right, so now that they have an endpoint, let's select both of them and go create new multicam clip. It's such a tongue twister using selected clips. Okay, and then I'm going to copy that, and then we're going to sync it by the marker. Okay. All right, so here we have the first multicam clip. Let's let's do this for that one. I mean, you know what I mean. Okay, we're going to probably sync it from here. Endpoint, and then let's go to this one. And we'll sync it via this point. Input. All right, and now we're going to do the same for this one. And these are extra layers. Sync in via the marker, create. All right, so I'm just going to double check these. Let's just create a new timeline using these. Okay, it is sounding like that it has synced properly. So if I just close this inspector, I can check it out here. So this is the multicam. Nope. We don't see me here on camera like angle 2, so that's weird. Very strange. Yeah. Okay, well, that didn't work. So we are going to delete that and try again. So I'm going to delete that as well. Not sure why. Let's see if this one worked. Okay, you see how they are lined up? So those two angles are good. So that's good. All right, we'll delete that. And I'll delete this one again. All right, so I'm going to delete take one multicam. Delete. And let's go to this one. Hey, why are we in this? Okay, let's go here to audio. Okay, so I have like created a marker. Whoops. Okay, that's where I've created the marker there. What about this one? Let's just try and do that again because the markers seem to be in the same spot. But it's not really. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Right click, create new timeline. All right, let's try this. Doesn't seem to be working. It's just not syncing. That's so strange. We can see that unless I haven't, I don't know, like I feel like I have done it in the right spot. Oops, that should be input. And this one. I'm going to try this one more time. If it doesn't work, I'm going to have to do it manually because I don't know what's going on. There's an input. Okay, let's try this again. Let's do it from the in point and see what happens. Create. Let's have a look. Yeah, we have a winner. Okay, so they're synced up now. So they're my two different multicam clips because I used two different angles. It's going to make my editing life much easier. So let's go back to the sequence. Okay, so we're going to delete that. Now we're going to use the multicam sequence to basically get my parts. So let's go to here. So the extra layers is the one that I want to use. Okay, so we just need that part for the intro. So let's try and drag that down. And we'll put that there. But obviously, I want to start out with angle 2. Okay, we're going to mute that. Oops, this one. Hey, why isn't this coming through, this sound? Oh, the mysteries. We are having some issues. Delete that. That is so strange. This is not playing. That should be playing and this should be muted. Come on. Come on. What if I go down here? Okay, that's very strange. Very, very, very strange. It's like, what? Let's go to this. Ah, that sounds good compared to this shit audio. All right, it's just glitching out on me, man. Apologies. Okay. Radio, let's go back to take one because we are up to the drums. Okay. Let's take that. Where's my arrow gone? Oh, it's doing that fucking thing again. Okay. What if I just click on that? That worked. Very strange. I like to have just before like the beat happens, you bring in this next, the next scene. Okay, let's try. Okay, now we're up to the vocal. So let's go to this one again. I like it. I like to alternate between the angles just for interest, variation, that sort of a thing. Let's go back to there. Cool. And then we have the second vocal coming in. Bring this one in. So as you can see, what I'm doing is I'm just going through and finding the parts that I played and lining it up with the audio file. This is going to take some tweaking, you know, to find the right spot, but you should be able to do it. Oh yeah, so I remember this one is like 8 bars long. That's right. Now, as you can hear, this particular vocal sample or this clip or this section that I performed goes for 8 bars, but at around the 5th bar, the bass comes in. So what I might do is split up this section here, kind of where we go back and forth between the vocal sample and the bass being played. So let's find the bass part. Here I am vibing out. Oh, where's the bass part? Where's the bass part? Oh, the bass part may have come after. Oh yeah, it came after the flute. That's right. Here it is. There we go. So let's bring that one in. Oops. Don't forget to select both of them. We need to turn that off. Cool. So I don't think I will switch between the bass and the vocal sample simply because the bass is just very quick and short. So we'll keep that like that. Oh, and here we go. So we're going to go back to the intro because we are going to bring in those synth sounds. Cool. Now, obviously, I am basically editing this in a 16:9 format, just in case, you know, later on down the track, I need a 16:9. It's better to start off editing it in a 16:9 format before you change it to a 9:16 format, just so that you have it just in case. Okay, so see how that's a little bit slow, so we need to bring in. now we are up to the flute. Cool. And there we have it, the final part, which we may not get to see because oh, I can't hear the track. Duh, I was like wondering what the hell's going on. So there we have it. All the parts are there. We're just going to pretty much just slightly fade that off. So let's watch it from the beginning to end now, because all the parts are there. We just got to maybe tweak which angle we're going to be singing. So I know towards the end I got a bit slack in changing the angle. So actually let's do that now, because I know this one is supposed to be, let's go to angle 2, then that one, and then we end on angle 2 as well. All right, let's watch it now. Cool. All right. So I'm really happy with that. Like, that's fine. What I'm going to do is copy that, because I want to keep this in its raw format before I color grade it, before I add all the flares, bells and whistles to it. I want to basically have a copy that's raw, that doesn't have any graphics, nothing like that. So we're going to go to here. So I edited there. Now what I want to do is copy it here. So actually what we can do is we can give it a color grade here actually. There's no point taking it to there to color grade it. I may as well just color grade it here. So if I go into my color grade panel, now your color grading is going to be slightly different, and actually I might need to open in timeline so we can color grade this. Clip. And I already have a power grade. This is kind of what it's going to look like. Actually, maybe we can try. Yeah, no, we will keep that one, but we might tweak it a little bit. Bring up the shadows a little. Just bring up the ISO a bit. Which potentially means I'll need to put a grain removal on it. But I'll do that at the end because, yeah. Actually, I might just go to 500. Yeah. That's pretty good. 500 is fine. And this one, we want to basically bring up the saturation. We want to give it a bit of a color boost. This one doesn't really need much at all. Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't need a lot. You know, you don't need to go overboard with your color grade. Like, just bring up some colors as long as the, you know, the exposure is good. That's what matters. Okay, so that's fine. And now if I go to the edit here, you can see that's been color graded. But we need all these other clips to be color graded as well. So can I actually select all of that and go open in timeline? No. Okay, so this is kind of the long way, you know. But hey, I'm showing you my process, and obviously, you know, sometimes I forget my process, but to make this quicker, I could have, before chopping everything up, just color graded the whole like clip. But maybe if I go into, I wonder if I can just color grade it from here. It is possible, but let's go back to, yeah, I'm just going to have to do this a long way because, like, there is probably a workaround, but yeah. Oh, actually, my bad. Let's go to, I'm just grabbing a power grade of this so that I can make it easier for myself when I'm doing the other clips. Bit of a long way to do this. Sorry about that. But we'll get there in the end. So where am I going? Back to my timeline. Edit here. Okay, right click. Open. Oh, no. Right click. Open in timeline. Color grade. All right, so we want to go right click. Apply grade. And right, this one. Actually, which one am I using next? Oh, I think it was. Whoops. I'm only using that one next, so apply grade. But we may as well edit the whole thing. Oh, wait. Oh, cool. It's done it to the whole thing, so that's good. Oh, lovely, lovely. I thought I had to do it the long way. Okay. Awesome. Okay, let's take this over to Reels. Let's just check out the timeline settings. Okay, no, we need to create a new timeline. Reels, Instagram. And we want to do, I think it's 24. Actually, what is this one? Yes, 24. Bloody hell. Reels, Instagram, project settings, format. Let's go with 24 frames per second. No, and we want to go with, I think it's 1080 by 1920. I hope so. Yes. Okay, now we're going to copy over the timeline here. And we are just going to basically adjust. Okay, whatevs. We're just going to adjust. Let's go with the inspector. This. So you want to basically zoom in and position your video so that it fits for a, yeah, like that. And then actually you can go Command C and then select everything, right click and paste attributes, zoom, position. That's what I'd like to do. And then hopefully I just have to adjust this one because, yeah, can't see it. Can't see it, folks. And then this one. And here. All right, let's just play this through. What's going on here? So laggy. Man. Cool. That's good. Now what you can also do is add in maybe some zoom, like just automate some movement in the shot. So I might just try it from here. And we just go towards the end. We just zoom in to about there, I reckon. And that's how you can just add some movement to the shot. Bring it there. And maybe we can start, oops, this one, maybe here. And then we zoom out. It's a bit too far. just feel like that one's slightly too fast. Maybe we will... so if I just go like that. So if I just open this right up just to move it just slightly. Let's see what happens there. That's good. There we have it. Yeah, and I feel like these chords are a little bit too fast. So what I mean by fast is like a little bit out of time with the music. So basically I just want to pull it back as far, just one maybe. So I just bring that like that. Yeah, we could maybe add a little bit of movement in here as well. So if we go from there to about there, and just like maybe just slowly take it in. Okay, let's try that. Yeah. What if we go from the side? Like, I don't know. I sometimes like going from the side. Position. Maybe this way. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard for me to see what's going on just because my computer's lagging. Okay, I think we need to bring this back. Just adding a bit of movement to this last shot because I like it there. All right, let's start maybe there. Actually, copy that. I'm going to start this one zoomed in from about there. And then we'll zoom out to about there. Cool. I'm really happy with that. So that's pretty much it. Like basically you go in, you line up all your clips to the beat that you made. Make sure you got all your parts there that you're playing, that they're in time. You can add a little bit of movement to the shot by just automating the zoom and the position of the image. And Bob's your cousin. You have finished the beat video. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to export it so I can view it in real time because it's a little bit glitchy. So I'm going to basically, we're going to call this O2 beat video number 10. This is Instagram Reels. And I'm going to export it to my desktop. So go save. And actually we want to change this to an MP4. And we want this to be high, go back, and then we want to go to the advanced setting and force the size to the highest quality. So these are basically the parameters that I use when I'm exporting from DaVinci. And then we go to add to render queue. All right, so it's going to render to the desktop. Let's go. It shouldn't take long to do this. Oh, I forgot to do the grain removal, but that's okay. Let's just check it. And the grain removal is really just an extra thing that we do. As long as you get the idea of how I basically create my beat videos. Doesn't need to be exact, but I probably will go back and add in some grain removal. To export with the grain removal will take probably about 20 minutes because it uses a lot more CPU. But let's go to the desktop and check out our video. All right, well, that's it. That is the final video in my 4-part series on how I make and perform beats in Ableton Live 11. I hope you've learned something. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you are inspired to go out and start making 1-minute beats. And I can't wait to see what you create and put out into this world. Again, if you want this Ableton project, head to my Patreon or Ko-Fi store. All the links will be in the description, and don't forget to download yourself a free copy of my EP from my Bandcamp. My name is Electronics. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.